gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Somebody said the war started in Trinidad. Imagine that. People panicking, rushing to buy water, rushing to the groceries. I'm not even sure what is taking place in the country because why? They are not following the bulletin. Imagine that, Everybody panicking, everybody saying war going on start. Trump going on raid Venezuela. Look, we had to duck for cover. Imagine that, But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago. Nevertheless, have a little update for you here. The lower house has just voted to extend the state of emergency by 3 months, with a vote of 27 for and 12 against and 0 abstention. Look at this, viewers.
Mr. Speaker, the result of the division is as follows. 27 members voted in favor for, 12 members voted against, no members abstained.
Members, I am to report the results of the division. In favor of the motion, 27 members voted in favor, 12 members voted against the motion, and 0 members abstained. The motion is passed by a margin of 27 to 5.
So, Trinidad and Tobago, another 3 months at the SOE. Attorney General John Jeremy this afternoon led debate in the House of Representatives on a motion to extend the state of emergency, the SOE, for another 3 months, saying the measures remain a vital tool in a state effort to dismantle criminal gangs and disrupt organized crime network. John Jeremy.
TTPS and the Minister of Homeland Security have advised that several critical operations are in train now, and that these enhanced powers under the SOE are necessary for the completion and consolidation of their efforts towards dismantling the gangs, the criminal networks, and keeping the country safe.
So, viewers, Jeremy said the SOE should not be viewed as the government crime-fighting plan, but as a targeted response designed to support law enforcement agencies engaged in sensitive anti-gang operation. Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, Sean Sobers, is also urging all citizens to remain calm amid rumors of an impending military action involving Trinidad and Tobago. Sean Sobers.
And just as we had that press conference yesterday and had to remind the media and certain members of the public that it does no good to the country, both locally to our citizenry and internationally to those who may be listening, to peddle false rumors and false narratives of war and unrest and bad relations and whatnot internationally.
So, Trinidad and Tobago, remember I was talking about this on my Wednesday night program this week. The whole program was about the media, about television, about social media hawks. They rather spread propaganda and spread false news, like today, than telling people the truth. So I rather live in a lie, benefit from a lie, and then believe that what you are telling is the truth. Imagine that. So your whole circle around you is just lies and lies and lies. And what? You benefit from your lies. You're benefiting from your lies so much that you tell yourself the lie is the truth you're spreading. Imagine that. And I am seeing that on social media presently. So here's the reason why I had to take my Wednesday program this week to educate you, the citizens. The media, printed press, one set of nonsense. One set of nonsense. Every day something is a negative impact on the front page. everything on the front page is to bring down the country, bring down the government, bring down the citizens. It's only PNM, UNC this, UNC that, UNC the next. 6 months UNC in office, 9 years PNM in government. Did we upgrade in Trinidad and Tobago? Did we upgrade? The fire service complaining, ambulance complaining, hospital complaining, TTPS complaining, teachers complaining, school dilapidated, health centers not functioning properly. How come the printed media didn't release all these things in 9 years? So I had to take my Wednesday night program and ask the media personals, what going through all your head? What going through all your head? I use. You know what I use? Imagine we have contractors in Trinidad and Tobago. They have a number of years on fixing roads in the country. But look at the condition of the roads when they finish fix it. So we as a citizen and we own people have Trinidad and Tobago sinking. Imagine money spending to fix road. And when they're done fix the road, you better the road remain right there and save taxpayers money. Because you're patching a hole, and when you don't patch the hole the next day, you're seeing the hole appearing right there. Imagine that, Imagine that. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, nevertheless, until we don't open our eyes and realize we as a people destroying our own country, we won't understand that. In Barbados, look Guyana. Look at the development taking place in Guyana right now. They understand where they was. They understand where they want to go. Contractors from Trinidad end up in Guyana wanted to do Balbo work. You know where they end up? The Guyanese government carried them to court. Is either all they fix it back, or they pay back all the money. It's simple. It's very simple. So we as our people destroying our own country. We own country. And imagine you represent Trinidad and Tobago any part of the world you go, But your own people here bad talking here. It's a stinking shame. It's a stinking shame. We talking about, the US this and the US that and the US the next. But you know what we're doing? We're shopping online from things from the US. We still applying for US visa to go to the US, to work and come back with money and barrels. But we about talking the US. That's the kind of small-minded square box head we have as Trinbagonians. You know, all they don't like to hear the truth, but somebody had to tell all you. Somebody have to tell all you. 9 years PNM in power. Did you upgrade? Ask yourself that. Did you upgrade yourself? A memorandum from the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Junior Benjamin, has ordered the immediate restrictions of leave to all officers in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. The memorandum date today was addressed to all heads of section, of unit and division within the TTPS. It reads, please inform all officers under your command that all leave is restricted within immediate effect from Friday, 31st October 2025 until further notice. Please be guided accordingly. And everybody feel we're going into war. Everybody feel we're going into war. Imagine that. The Ministry of Security, National Security, and release no bulletin. The Prime Minister and release no bulletin. The President and release no bulletin. The head of the Defense Force for Trinidad and Tobago and release no bulletin. The head of the Coast Guard for Trinidad and Tobago and release no bulletin. But we going to war. Who we going and fight? People among ourselves? Trump had to come, imagine, Donald Trump had to come out and say, but I don't have no intentions of invading Venezuela. False news. All over, and everybody like a chicken without a head, and we running. Where we running going? You see, viewers, we as a people, we need to understand the importance of listening. I can't say reading, you know. I want you all to understand the importance of listening. Today I went about my daily business as normal. As normal. I had about 200 calls today. Within a few hours. Side, it really have war? No, it have no war. The Prime Minister released a bulletin. No, well, we have seen it, but then it have nothing. So false news spreading in Trinidad and Tobago, you all have to be careful. The supermarket released a bulletin. Supermarket Association released a bulletin. Please stay calm. There is no rush. But nevertheless, viewers, this is how we are today. You know why? Because we are so jittery for the last 9 years. We heard so much of lies and so much of things had materialized. The slightest snap of a finger and that is it. Be like a ticking time bomb. The slightest snap of a finger and boom, you blow up. You swear something going to happen. And the USS Gravely leave Trinidad? Or let's see any war take place? Today the rest of soldiers left with the helicopters. Or let's see any war take place? Ask Penny which part the war starting. Ask Penny where the war starting. Maduro calling for peace. Trump said he have no intention of invading Venezuela. But we having a war. Among who? Our own self, with our own mind. Right here in Trinidad. That's why we are like this today. But nevertheless, Trinidad today. Nevertheless. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we are going into our current affairs segment.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? Speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you. For you. For you. For you.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on a roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Welcome back.
So Trinidad and Tobago, on Friday, the nation was in a state of heightened anxiety and concerns based on false news reports suggesting that there will be an imminent change in the status of the national and regional security improvement. It comes after there were reports from international media outlets that the U.S. had plans to strike Venezuela military targets. However, speaking to reporters earlier today, U.S. President Donald Trump has denied this. Listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago.
There are reports that you are considering strikes within Venezuela. Is that true?
No.
That you made a decision on that?
No, it's not true.
See, viewers, it's not true. The ministry in Trinidad and Tobago released that document you see on the screen there. False news spreading. You see, we like to yap we mouth and we don't like to listen. So in Trinidad, we have a problem. What kind of problem we have as citizens? We don't listen properly. We don't listen properly. Let me tell you something. It's only when you hear certain ministries have a live bulletin going on and informing us of what is going to take place, then we would understand it is serious business. Until then, nope. Now, Trump, he was speaking on board Air Force One as he traveled to Florida for the weekend. As a result, the Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs issued a release urging citizens to remain calm and that the ministry is in active contact with the Embassy of the United States of America in Port of Spain. Now, release stated that the United States of America, through the Southern Command, SOUTHCOM, is in fact focused on assisting in the disaster recovery efforts for Jamaica. So Trinidad and Tobago, the Ministry of CARICOM Affairs released this document today of the false news that's being spreaded. But you know, we like to listen, but not pay attention to what we're listening. And we like to look at what we're reading, but not understand what we're reading. That's why Penny saying all kind of things. It's this and it's that and it's the next and the opposition. Oh God, the opposition. I'll take a rest. All you will be sitting down in the opposition for 5 long years. Get used to it, Marvin. Penelope, get used to it. I saw on Stuart Young page, he had a video where he talked about the budget. About the budget and about taxes and about the budget and about taxes and the revenue. You know what? They talking about Kamala and the budget and the revenue and taxes and increases and all these things. You know, but they would never say what they did for 9 years to improve Trinidad and Tobago, you know. They nearly got us sanctioned. Every budget going by is taxes until you're paying tax for your own private house. Clongenberg say you're renting it. You are renting it. I have a house, me are renting, but Clongenberg telling me, hey, you renting that, and I will put a price on it. And you know, nobody barked at it. Nobody protested about that. Kamala coming to power, remove that now, and put tax on commercial building now that actually making a money through renting their building. Everybody vex in Trinidad. They drop gas by $1, everybody vex in Trinidad. But when Clongenberg raise it 4 times on all you, you know, let us zip all them out like if it had crazy glue on it. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. I am into financing. I have been in financing for the last 30 years of my life. I know about financing. Hence the reason why Real Talk has 2 financial institutions. Real Talk Credit Union and Real Talk Financing. I ain't no stupid guy. I didn't come out here yesterday, you know. So if the opposition feels Saieed come out here yesterday, think again. If Clongenberg think he versed in finance, not a problem. His knowledge is his knowledge. My knowledge is my knowledge. I know about finance. I run in financial institutions. I don't just sit down on a government tree and talk about finance. I have 2 organizations running that I manage. I am the director on both organizations. So when Stuart Young now wants to talk about finance, I just rock back and watch Stuart Young. So listen to this now. Reports circulated nationwide on Friday that Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force and other key security personnel were called to base amid what senior source described as a heightened state of preparedness. They just extend the SOE. According to multiple senior intelligence, and a memo was issued shortly after 11 a.m. directing all Army personnel to remain on standby pending a high-level meeting involving senior TTDF officers, including 9 staff sergeant and 4 battalion commanding officer. The meeting reportedly concluded around 3 p.m., after which Chief Petty Officer Huston sent a general alert advising that the Army had been placed on a State 1 alert level. All personnel were instructed to report to their prospective base by 6 p.m. Earlier in the day, Defense Minister Wayne Sturge declined to answer questions in Parliament about reports that members of the TTDF had been ordered to assemble. Listen to this.
Mr. Speaker, in keeping with the tenets of 27G, I respectfully beg to decline giving an answer.
So Trinidad and Tobago, there's only one reason he would decline it, because he did not have all the information to give to the opposition, neither to Trinidad and Tobago, so he just used a claw and declined. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing is wrong with that. Now listen to this. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar had told reporters ahead of the parliamentarian sitting that she had received no official briefing on the matter. So both of them had no official briefing. Now listen to Kamala.
I have no information or knowledge about that. I'll find out. I don't know. No one has requested these things of me. So when it comes on my desk or on this phone, I've seen nothing of that sort. And I get a lot of messages. So if there's a situation that arises, we will deal with it.
So now, viewers, later on, addressing related speculation, Persad-Bissessar confirmed that although she had received intelligence report regarding alleged plan by the US President Donald Trump to launch strike inside Venezuela, those reports were not accurate. Listen to this now.
We have been receiving intelligence reports, and thus far I have none that there's an imminent strike anywhere in the region. Yes, I've seen the reports. I've also seen where President Trump is saying something different. So again, there's a lot of speculation, not just here, not locally, everywhere. I mean, it's a situation that really demands everybody's attention. We will keep our eyes and ears peeled and act when we see it's appropriate.
So now viewers, question on the matter was also posted to the AG John Jeremy and Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander. Both officials denied to give their comments. Kamala already said what she had to say. She already said what she had to say. So Trinidad and Tobago, I told you Wednesday night and Thursday night that there is no war. There is no war. It had to believe there is no war. You know, and I'm laughing while I'm saying this, you know. You know why? There's something they call an intelligence unit. I am into security, Real Talk Security and Intelligence Unit. So if something is brewing and memos are spreading, trust me, I will get it. Trust me, I will get it. Hence the reason why I always say intelligence is important. It is an important unit. To the TTPS, to Homeland Security, to Kamala Prasad being the head of security, it is important. Again, viewers, Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Minister Sean Sobers is reassuring citizens that there was nothing to fear from the recent visit of the United States Navy destroyer USS Gravely to Trinidad and Tobago shores. Now, viewers, I will say this again. When they came to Trinidad, they came with one intention: to train our TTDF officers into tactics, into proper gears, into medical, into strategies, into upgrading the officer themselves. That was their sole purpose. But the Maduro government now labeled Kamala as using the US to strike Venezuela through Trinidad. They didn't come here for that. They did not come here for that. Hence now the ambassador for Venezuela in Trinidad visited Penny. Where you going my Penny to do? Penny ain't going to do nothing. What Penny could do? What Penny could do? So did Penny now advise him to talk to the CARICOM minister, the foreign and CARICOM minister? This is what I want to ask Penny. Did Penny advise him to talk to Sean Sobers, the present foreign and CARICOM affairs minister for Trinidad and Tobago, and not Amory Brown, who actually did nothing for Trinidad in 9 years? Ask me, I will tell you. Listen to this video.
The answer to that, in short, is no. And the reason for the answer being no, the strikes are military intervention strikes or military strikes being conducted in pursuit of a military operation by the US. There's information that the US will share, there's information that they won't share pursuant to a military operation, which is what this is. These are strikes that are being conducted in international waters. If these strikes occurred within national waters, then the US would have to share information with Trinidad and Tobago.
A Guardian reporter asked Sean Sobers if there was evidence of drugs, and that was his response. And this is what I have been telling you all from the time this whole Kalalu started. It is happening in international waters. It is not happening in Trinidad waters. So Maduro and his government are labeling Trinidad as what? You see, Maduro and his government feel Kamala Prasad and the UNC is the PNM. It's so sad to say, but this is what they think. They think that the UNC is just like the ministers on the PNM side. Why am I saying it? Because he is blaming Kamala for what? Maduro and his government, them like they don't read the news. Like they don't understand. Even Penny and the opposition on the next side, they're choking a wedge. What kind of wedge they're choking? Fear-mongering among the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. They done lost election. Rock back as far as you could, because you're going to be there for 5 years. And no matter what you say or what you do, you cannot leave the opposition to come on this side. You have to be voted on this side. And the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago needs to understand that you, the people, on election day, I believe it was April 28th, this year, you all made the decision to put the UNC in power. Not the PNM. The UNC you all put in power to benefit Trinidad and Tobago. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, your life.
Yes, Saeed, I feel the President of the United States doing a very good thing. He's making a good cleanup. You understand? Because the kind of crazy thing going on in the place, boy. You know? And the so-called people in Trinidad only blaming the Prime Minister, only blaming the Prime Minister. We have a very good Prime Minister. But they like the U.S. from America. They like the U.S. from America.
Exactly.
America to come in Trinidad.
Yes.
And?
Yes.
Yeah. They know what they're doing, you know. If they know what they're doing, they better keep them all close. Or they would have lost all the U.S. in this country. Let us support. You understand?
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, that's a very good topic I give all of this.
Thank you. One report, however, argued that although this may be the case, Venezuela is visible to Trinidad from certain areas, and local fishermen have complained about pirates and other issues in the international waters. This is how Sobers responded. Listen to this.
As we said when these operations began, once you are a law-abiding fisher folk or pleasure craft person operating legitimately, you have absolutely nothing to fear.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, yes, there are pirates. I'll never watch a movie, Pirates in the Caribbean. There are pirates outside that fishermen have been complaining about often. And the Venezuelan Coast Guard, together with the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard, have been patrolling the waters to try and combat these pirates. I'm informed of that. Trust me. I'm going to tell you something now. My intelligence unit, we're way up on top, you know. We're way up on top. I'm proud to say that. I'm proud to say that. That is why I could come here and tell all you, A for apple, B for bat, C for cat. Not A for bat, and B for apple, and C for donkey. No. No. In relation to Venezuela, protests against Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisasa and Venezuela President urged internationals to stand against the U.S. Minister Soba said the government condemned the PM label as none. Listen to this.
In our own country, we would have protests from time to time. It's a democracy here. Venezuela has their own operations. But in terms of the resolution that was passed, in the strongest possible terms, we condemned it. We distanced ourselves totally from it. We think it to be ridiculous. And that is the position of this administration.
So, Trinidad and Tobago, you have a call? Caller, good night.
Yes, hi, good night.
You're live, my friend.
Saeed, I want to ask you a question, right?
Tell me.
If I have an event coming up, right, and I need to hire the Millennium Stars, I could hire them to come and play by me then.
Man, we singing and dancing. I playing dancehall for you.
That's what you're talking about. I got to contact that number on your jersey there then.
I'll tell you this, there's a saying that goes along. The old people used to say it, support your friends, correct?
True.
You see the
It's
jersey?
true,
Yeah, that's my friend, so I'm supporting him. And I am proud to wear it tonight on TV.
It's true, he's a good one. But anyhow, considering the topic you're talking about on Venezuela, right? Let me ask you a question, right? How long is fishermen going out in the Gulf and going across in Venezuela waters and they kidnapping people, holding them for ransom, keeping their boat, the engine, making them swim back on shore? Are they fed up for that? People are fed up for that kind of life, right? All they have security to go out in now. I know all they're coming on TV and balling out, all they're afraid to go out in now.
Correct.
So I'm trying to understand this thing. When the PNM was in power and fishermen that get robbed outside out in the sea and I don't know if I could recall that coming on Cali Bay. I don't know if they kill the man or wherever that happened. People didn't like that, and they didn't like that. Now that the US out there dealing with certain situations, I don't know what is their real motive for being out there. Them know what they're out there for. But at least if they're out there, you could go out there and fish in peace without anybody harassing you. But apparently people don't like that. And I noticed it have this thing coming out now where people posting up pictures of the Prime Minister residence, personal residence online, on social media.
Yes.
Let me tell you something, right? If I was the Homeland Security Minister, I would have go and find these people and arrest them and put them in jail. Because it has certain lines and certain boundaries you don't cross.
Correct.
If Keith Rowley was the Prime Minister today, you think anybody can do that? No. But because the UNC and because it's Kamala Day, all you want to do all this nonsense.
Caller, understand, the sad part about it, this is a woman just like himself, you know.
Yeah, well, you see the thing is, and you know, let me tell you the sad part about the whole thing, side, the people that posting all these things, they have nothing to sue them for, you know. They have nothing, you know. So if they sue them, you ain't getting nothing from them, you know. That's the sad part about it. So they're free to talk the rubbish they just go and talk. And to the people on social media, listen, only have a responsibility to the country. Don't go there and share it a stupid voice note and put the whole country in fear-mongering now. Because that was going on today. A normal driver would have taken people 3 and 4 hours today. Because people panic buying gas and going to the grocery and all kind of thing. I want to ask you and Tobago something, right? If it is a war breakout in Venezuela, where are you going to take your vehicle to go? You're filling up the tank. Where are you going with your vehicle? I'm trying to figure this thing out. People are going to take their vehicle and go across to Grenada out it? So why are they going and buying gas and blocking up all the main road and all over the place and people can't pass to go home? That's the problem. This fear-mongering thing side, people need to take it down and control it. Social media is not for everybody, you know. People need to understand that. Anyhow, side, you enjoy your night and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you, my friend. So, viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. When we come back, TNT ready to represent the UN on Security Councils. More when we return.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? Speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you. For you. For you. For you.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the blaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Welcome back.
So, Trinidad and Tobago, remember, Real Talk Financing is offering you 5% on our fixed deposit. Viewers, remember, there is no other financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago that is giving you 5% on our fixed deposit. The good thing about this fixed deposit, viewers, is that once you sign up these documents, within 14 days' time, our office is going to call you to come and collect your interest. Now, your interest will be 5%. Your contract will be for 5 years, and you are getting the 5 years interest up front. So at the end of 5 years, all you have to do is renew back your contract, collect back the next 5 years of interest again, and you're good to go. So I always say, you work hard for your money, you understand? It's time to enjoy the benefit. The benefit of enjoying the money is that putting it in Real Talk Financing on a fixed deposit where you're getting your interest up front. It's not like any other institution. You had to put it on a fixed deposit and then wait for 5 years or 10 years for it to mature. No, you don't have to wait for it to mature. You're getting your interest within the first 14 days of your fixed deposit agreement. Only we at Real Talk Financing does that. Remember, Trinidad and Tobago, I have about 30 years experience in the financial sector. So when you hear Saieed Ali from Real Talk bring something to Trinidad and Tobago, trust me, one of the best. One of the best. Also, viewers, remember Real Talk Legend Yachts. They have a competition that is, we'll give you the date sometime November. It will start, right? So all you have to do, Trinidad and Tobago, is that it's a photo shoot. The best bikini, best woman with a bikini in Trinidad and Tobago. You know, the Caribbean, we have some lovely ladies, and you all love to sport your bikinis. We know that. Now, people will say, oh, Saieed, you're a Muslim, and you're not supposed to say that. So, I blind then, as a blind Muslim. I'm living in a Caribbean country. I am living in a country where we have all different type of culture, race, and religion. So the boat department, we have this competition coming up very soon, right? We have flyers all over social media. All you have to do is 15 persons book with us. We go down the island, friends. go down the island, you do your video shoot, you do your photo shoot, and you will be a runner-up. Because every person, or the one with the best bikini on that trip with 15 person, would be a runner-up to the next segment. So Trinidad and Tobago, when the segment is complete, the winner can go home with $10,000. Remember that. Remember that, Trinidad and Tobago. Sometime in the month of November, we are going to release a date where you can start calling us and start booking your spot. This is like you're going to a party, you know. No, it's totally different. Now you will spend $2,000 on a bikini to go to a party and get drunk, and then you're going home with nothing. You aren't even competing for nothing. You understand? Because there's nothing they're offering you. So Real Talk Legend, the yacht, very soon, someday this week or next week, they're going to release the date where you can start calling and booking your spot. Now remember, it's 15 people per down the island. 15 people, you go down, you do your shoot, somebody win the first place, you might get a prize. We ain't going to say what it is yet, but you would move on to the second part of the competition. The second part of the competition, when another 15 goes down, somebody will chosen from there, and that 2 person will go to the next part of the competition. Remember, it's $10,000, viewers. You're getting that no way. Imagine you're going to buy you buy a bikini for $250 and you're winning $10,000. Imagine that. As DJ Flex. And that's how it is go. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, back to our news tonight. Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Sean Sober says Trinidad and Tobago will be able to represent the region on the United Nations Security Council. On Thursday, post-cabinet media briefing, the minister was asked whether the Caribbean community would maintain its support for Trinidad and Tobago candidature, given the country's backing of U.S. counter-narcotics operation in the Caribbean waters. CARICOM has called for the region to remain a zone of peace. Listen to this, viewers.
Which regional heads?
Well, by the Caribbean CARICOM heads in terms...
CARICOM would have given its support to the candidature of Trinidad and Tobago as a non-permanent representative of the UNSC. We have been in contact with our UN PR Ambassador Passer. There's nothing to suggest that the candidacy is in danger.
Now, viewers, I'll tell you this. We have been labeled as supporting the United States. Why have we been labeled? Because Kamala Persad stands with the United States in destroying the cartel's cargo from Venezuela, Mexico, Cuba, using international waters going up to the U.S. Because of the fact that the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Kamala Persad, because of the fact that she took that stand, you know what? We're going to try and fix the drug problem in our country at the same time. Donald Trump decided to fix it in his country. Kamala Persad decided to say, you know what? We will join with you and we will fix it in our country at the same time. And CARICOM vex. The vex. What you vex for? Is crime high in your country? Is drug pushers and drug users bringing down your country? What about the sons and the daughters of the CARICOM families now? What about them? What about the parents who fighting hard to keep the son and the daughter off the drugs, off the streets? Is CARICOM helping them? Who is helping your son and daughter come off drugs in Trinidad and Tobago? First, we blame the drugs. Okay, good. Kamala trying to fix it. You know what? Let's see if we can keep the drugs out of Trinidad and Tobago. You know people have a problem with that too. I'm glad if Trinidad and Tobago have no cocaine, marijuana. Less drug addicts. We save more money. But apparently, we neighboring countries don't like it. But nevertheless, switching gears tonight. Minister of Rural Development and Local Government Khadija Amin is calling on the public to donate to support relief efforts in Jamaica, which was devastated by Category 5 Hurricane Melissa earlier this week. Minister Amin said several collection points have been made available to the public. She added that persons are invited to drop off relief items supply at any of the 40 municipal corporations within Trinidad. Look at this.
In furtherance of ensuring that supplies reach to our brothers and sisters in those areas devastated by this hurricane, we have made several collection points available to members of the public, NGOs, and civil organizations, and they are invited to drop off relief items and supplies at any of the 14 municipal corporations within Trinidad. We have provided a list of the offices of the municipal corporations to make it easier for people in all parts of the country to contribute. In some regional corporations, councillors have indicated that they will also use their offices as collection points and take it to the regional corporation. These items will then be collected, packaged, and shipped to Jamaica.
So Trinidad and Tobago, the minister made a note of product that can be dropped off.
You can contribute hygiene products, personal health supplies, household and safety essentials, consumables, food, clothing and textiles, including blankets, but we ask that we do not provide used clothing at this time. We also have we try to make it easy for persons to drop off their items, and for the regional corporation and the disaster management units to keep account of what comes in.
So viewers, now saying this, that is Minister Khadija Amin. Now, myself, Saieed, together with one of my company, Real Talk Equipment Rental at 14 Caroni Savannah Road, together with businessman SSMS Marketing Limited from Barapore, together with DMD Foreign News from Arima, we have decided to also partake in this charitable event. So Trinidad and Tobago, we are also asking you, right, to donate whatever you can. Now, there are 3 drop-off points, right? Real Talk Equipment, Caroni Savannah Road, Shogunas. You can contact me at 339-1670 or 267-7325. Those of you in the Shogunas, Couva, Grand Bazaar area, you want to drop off items to support them. You don't have a lot of people who do not trust where their items go, and they are looking for reliable people to help support that cause. You can drop it off at my building on 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas. Also, now, in the Princestown, San Fernando, Barapore area, you can contact SSM Marketing Limited 684-5164. You can contact him. If you're in the Barapore, Pinal, the Davie, San Fernando area and you want to drop off, you can contact him and he will give you the direction. Also, DMD Foreign News in Arima, for those on the east, you can contact him at 728-6612. You're on the east and you want to make a donation? No, that will also come together with Real Talk, eh? So I want to let you understand that. These are business people. We have come together to collect supplies from citizens of Trinidad and Tobago who want to partake. We also will be filling a container, viewers. Also viewers, Turbo Lab, Clark Road. For those of you who know Turbo Lab, Pinal, Davie, San Fernando, San Francisco, Siparia, Rio Claro. Turbo Lab, he is well known in the car industry in Trinidad and Tobago. He is at Clark Road. You can contact him at 269-8552. Trinidad and Tobago, 269-8552. Contact him. Now, whatever you want to donate, you can donate it. Just make sure that the expiry date is a very long time. More canned food, sanitary, grocery item that would not expire within a week or two. We ourselves want to send a container to Jamaica, viewers. For those of you who are looking for people and you want to donate, you're not much trustworthy man in Trinidad and Tobago. Everybody knows that. You can contact me and I could probably give you somebody closer to the area that you are from. So we have Trinidad and Tobago, Real Talk Equipment, Caroni Savannah Road. That is me. SSMS Marketing Limited as in Barapore. We have DMD Foreign News in Arima, and we have Turbo Lab in Clark Road, Penal. So viewers, you're in those areas and you want to donate, contact me. I'll give you the numbers again and you can make your donation. We want to fill a container to send it there. It's charity. It's charity, viewers. You know, one of my pillars in Islam is charity. That's why we as Muslims, we spread our wings. I spread my wing, I look how far I reach. Real Talk Credit Union, Real Talk Financing, Real Talk Equipment Rental, Real Talk Security, we have Real Talk Construction, we have Real Talk Security and Intelligence Unit, we have Real Talk Equipment Rental in Guyana, we have Real Talk Financing in Guyana. I'm a Muslim, I believe in charity, and I spread my wing, and you know what? God guide me while I'm flowing. That's the reason why I could spread my wing. Hey, you know, I nearly forget my lights, you know, boy. Nothing, boy. We light this light up, we part. Yeah. Your light, when you light a light and say a prayer to Trinidad and Tobago, that is do wonders for you, you know. You don't just light a light just and say, oh Lord, bless me, and then you hear the neighbor playing a chutney, and while you're singing to God, you're singing chutney too to God. I've seen it happen. When you light a light, be sincere. Pray honesty. Let it come from your heart and your soul. And you'll say, oh, God will open doors for you. Trust me, I know about that. Hence the reason why I believe so much in charity. And we just give a lot. We just give a lot. You, the citizens, are aware of that. But nevertheless, viewers, remember, Jamaica needs our help. That could have been us. That could have been us, viewers. We could have been just like them with this hurricane. But we have to say, thank God, it didn't happen to us. That's what we have to say. Thank God it didn't happen to us. So it's weekend in Trinidad and Tobago, viewers. My time is up for tonight. Remember, a run of this program is Monday morning from 11 to 12:30 p.m. We'll be right back here another night for another live show. Real Talk with Saieed. Until then, enjoy.